Welcome back to the Splyce Invitational, our all-star event. My name's John Finch, and we've been having some fun already. Just saw the first set. This next one, though, should be exciting. We'll see Manticores going up against Minotaurs in just a moment. Do want to make sure I let you all know, though, to enjoy the battle for Olympus skins. Right now, we got the Clockwork Chaos Discordia and the Mothman Amusen's Cobb skin available to you right now. Those are fun gods. Should make sure you grab the skins. Though I do want to let you all know I got Anatoly Alexeyev here with me to break down all the action moving into our next set.
This should be a really epic one, Finch. We have 6 world championships between these two teams.
Sure.
Aurora, Adapting, Raffer on one side, and then you got Kabam, Baskin, and none other than Meerkat on the other.
Oh, that's right. That's a ton of talent here between all these teams. And over on the Manticores, that's the team that Dinosaur put together, the support for Team Rival, made up of Baskin, Cheerio, Kabam, Dinosaur obviously himself, and then Meerkat. But maybe not in the roles that you expect. You can kind of tell from seeing here, it's Kabam in the middle lane, Meerkat is down there in the ADC position, and then everyone else is in the role that you expect. Baskin going to be the solo laner for them. Hard not to focus in on him.
Definitely going to be the focus all-star, I think, of this lineup. I think he was first overall pick, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, outside of Splyce, because you had to pick them first. The first person you could actually pick out of the entire pool was indeed Baskin.
And he has a reason for it because his God pool is just so scary. You never really know what direction he's going to go when he has freedom to not necessarily care about the meta. If he just wants to have fun, I'm expecting him to kind of play either like a mage or like a high carry assassin style.
And that's right. We just saw Hachiman played in the solo lane for Deathwalker, so it's clearly wide open to play just about everything. And then his coach currently here is going to be the one that he's working with in the middle lane. Kabam has stepped in. This isn't even the first time we're going to see him behind the keyboard and mouse this phase. He had to sub in for them in the solo lane earlier.
Whoa.
Now moving into the mid lane, really flexing for... I don't understand why this is happening. I can't think of what this could possibly be and how it could be beneficial to them.
Are they okay? Is Dinosaur not there?
Maybe Dinosaur stood up. They just need someone to come in and make sure the UI is looking okay. Remember, Tom plays with a ridiculous UI. He does put the map in the center of the screen. It's all over the place. So if anyone's going to make sure that the UI is adjusted properly and can make do with if things are not correct, Tom could certainly do it.
I think, if anything, he's going to hurt Dinosaur once he comes back to his computer. I mean, can we get nobody else besides FDOT here to fill in for her Dinosaur?
It makes sense, though, man. If this is an all-star event, for the first all-star you grab, Meerkat. The second person, if you just want talent, someone who's willing to just grind the game out, man, you go to FDOT. He's sitting there for the team. That could certainly be exciting.
Wait, Finch, were you not in that game where he went 0-21 on the Naja?
Listen, I don't think about that. I was in that game. I was the one not helping him, not backing him up at all in any way. Just making room for Doug on that raw solo lane to have some fun. That's what we were doing.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on the other side of the field, though, because that was the Manticores. The Minotaurs, however, I think have a little bit more of a stacked lineup.
Yes, the Minotaurs team is looking good. That's the team piloted by Just Lion as the captain there for them. He is the hunter from Out Cold. That's our EUPS4 team. He drafted Aurora, Adapting, Shinto, and Iraffer. And if it sounds like there's too many supports on their team, there are. But they've decided to put Aurora in the solo lane for this event. That's pretty wild, huh? That he's going to be playing over there. Hopefully, he'll be able to make that role work out for him. But remember, the Manticores are their opponent for their event. Kabam is the one that's standing by for the interview.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Here we are. It's me, Tom Manager, and it's Kabam.
Hey.
Not much, man. You're excited? What are you laughing about?
It's going to be really interesting looking at the screen here from Cheerio.
Yeah, Cherio's going through some gods. Cheerio, what's on your mind?
Kazembo, maybe.
You think that's the case, Coach Kabam?
You can't take it away from me. I'm the premier Kuzumo player on our team, so that's not going to happen, I'm afraid.
But you're mid.
Yep. There's not a problem with that, I don't think.
Sure. So oddball strategies abound, obviously. Real talk, though, I mean, you were, I've been standing here for a while, and everybody's joking around, but Kabam is very seriously saying, no, I want to go to finals. So talk to me about why you want to win so badly.
Just beating Aurora sounds really good right now, I think. Yeah, I just want to win just for that.
Trouble in paradise?
No, I just want to beat Aurora. There's no trouble.
Sounds like trouble to me. Back to you on the desk.
I don't know. It didn't sound like trouble to me.
No, not at all.
No, but it sounded like maybe just a little bit of fun there between some guys on the team. Both of them, Kabam and Aurora, just got to handle a difficult loss in that MSI. So both of them trying to look to bounce back here a little bit. Only one of them can move on here to the finals. Maybe Kuzenbo mid is the answer. We'll see between Cheerio and Kabam which one gets it.
Fun little competitive match between these two Splyce players. I think that there's just going to be a lot of bragging rights after the fact. Like, no matter what happens, whoever wins that will always reference this game in the future.
That's right. Remember that time I beat you as the MSI. I remember across the aisle for them as Minotaurs. We broke down this team a little bit here early on, the one that Just Lion put together here for the team. Interesting to see where it is that we'll see Aurora play. Now, to be honest with you, Aurora does appear to be in the support seat there in the booth, if I'm familiar with how they line up in the SPL, so we'll see if that is how they end up queuing into the actual live lobby. But as they referred to us, it was Aurora in the solo lane. But adapting is the one, though, that I really do want to focus in for these guys, man. I mean, always in the conversation for best player in the world. And if you got to pick someone to win you just one game, it's hard not to want to adapt.
That's true. He did struggle, though, in the MSI. Well, him and his team up against the Renegades, where they lost without finding a single set. A great showing in the regular season, only dropping 2 entire sets to Team Rival and Dignitas, but it just wasn't enough when it actually mattered. And today, in this matchup up against Manticores, he'll be against Renegades jungler Cheerio.
That's right. They already struggled up against Cheerio earlier on in the tournament, so it'd be hard to imagine that things could look better for them here in this situation. Though we do want to be able to go down and talk a little bit here with Aurora, is my understanding. He's the one that is the other one we're going to be highlighting for you guys going into this set. If he is in that off role, I think that's going to be very interesting, right? Because Aurora's really versatile as it is. He already plays aggressive and kind of bruisery. He could be potentially a natural fit if they put him in the solo lane.
That's totally right, Finch. Between support and solo lane, it's almost difficult to tell what role Aurora came from when he's diving the backline anyway, because more than half the time, he's playing Hercules anyway, looking for the pulls.
Oh, that's interesting. You just give Hercules over there and put him in his natural habitat in that solo lane, if that is what they do. We'll see exactly how it is that Minotaurs choose to make use of all this talent they have on the team. And that's without even mentioning Shinto, who is oftentimes considered the carry for that Sanguine roster as well, who came here and looked very, very strong. So very excited to see what he'll be able to do for that team too.
He really likes his Chronos. He really likes his Poseidon in the mid lane. It's up to adapting, though, to make Shinto feel comfortable.
That's right. Your jungler is the one that really sets up for the middle lane. Let's see if he's set up in the interview as well. Adapting is standing by.
What up, demons? It's your boy, Tom Badager, joined here by King Kenneth, Adapting, etc., etc. Fantastic, man. You know, you're used to playing at the top of your level. Now you're playing with these guys. How you feeling?
Feeling good. It's going to be fun, you know, looking forward to playing with the boys.
What are you going to play?
I'll Kwang every game.
Oh, so we're not pumping the brakes. We're going full in.
Every single game, yeah.
All right. Well, that should be an interesting one. Have you played Ao Kuang lately?
No, not at all.
What's Aurora going to play?
Hercules, every single game.
Now that's predictable. The other side having some fun. I mean, Kenneth, Aurora, pedal to the metal. They're absolutely trying to win. What are you looking forward to most here?
It's going to be fun, you know, just relaxing and, you know, see what happens.
There it is. Let's see what happens. Have some fun. Back to you guys on the desk.
Love to get a chance to hear from Adapting. And he made an interesting point there. They are at this intersection of, I think they are a little bit more relaxed, having fun, but they do all want to win at the same time. Not full sweat, but definitely still trying to win.
And he's with his boy Raffer.
That's
you know,
right.
having 2 championships with them, a lot of comfort between these 2 players. And you know, if there's anyone going to be trolling, Raffer is calling everyone out on Renegades for trolling. You think he's going to be trolling this game, Finch, at all?
I think there's a good chance we might see some old school Raffer here. Hopefully, though, he's playing as hot as he's been playing now. I'm sure Adapting would like to be back on that side of some of those hot Raffer plays instead of being on the receiving end as we move into those picks and bans. And remember, it's only a 1-game set that these teams are in here right now. So whoever wins this first game is one that moves on. The other team is out of here, and it will be the Manticores, not the Minotaurs, the Manticores who are in that first pick selection here with Aphrodite banned out already.
No surprise there, as Aphrodite is really annoying to play against. And if you're looking to play somebody that has a lot of CCs, like Mercury or Ao Kuang, you want to take away the Aphrodite.
That's right. We do not want to have to deal with all of that sustain. Aurora looking gleeful there on our screen, showing us some old school shirts there that's got on from that jersey. It's a bit of an old school one that he's wearing now, a bit of a throwback. Aurora's been around the scene for a long time here at this point, so I'm expecting something impressive from him. 2 healers banned out from the Manticores. They're really worried about the sustain.
What if Manticores first picked Chang'e now? They're like, you know what? We're going to get all the healers. We're going to go Chang'e. We're going to go Ra. We're going to go Hades. Horus.
Not going to leave you guys anyone with which to try and match us. Maybe that is the plan, try and keep all the healers for themselves. Manticores, on the other hand, or Minotaurs rather, kept it pretty standard on the other side. It's the Musikab and the Freya that they have chosen to ban away, and Manticores grab Merlin with their very first pick. That one could be going anywhere. We've seen some Merlin ADC lately, mid lane too, so still some flex.
There was Kronos on the table, Naja if they really wanted it, but Merlin is a great team fighting god in that mid to late game. You can kind of troll a little bit with Merlin because you can just flicker away, so it's a nice little safety net.
Well, it can't be Kabam's pick because we know Kabam's playing Kuzenbo, so this Merlin must be going somewhere else. And Kabam's the mid laner, so just who knows where this is going to go.
It's going to go to Meerkat in the solo lane.
And yeah, I think there's a really good chance that this one could end up in the hands of a Meerkat as well. And really, you want to give one of the strongest gods in the game right now, just one of the best players in the game right now, and Meerkat is obviously that. A true terror of force whenever he's on any server.
The collegiate world champion. You gotta feed the hot hand, and that's what Manticore is already planning with that Merlin first pick.
Minotaurs picking Hercules for Aurora. You know, I thought maybe they'd have a little bit of fun coming in here. They'd try something different. Totally, we see some off-the-wall picks. No, Aurora wants to win. Give him Hercules, their first pick overall. They'll follow that up with the Uller. That's already a ton of early pressure that the Minotaurs have picked up for themselves.
And for some sneaking suspicion, I'm expecting this Uller to be in the jungle lane.
Oh, really?
Actually, for adapting, just to have like a lot of damage and a lot of input in whatever lane he ganks.
That's pretty interesting. I mean, it gives him a lot of room to flex mechanically on that Uller. He has some interesting things that he can do. Maybe that's why they want to grab that pick for him. We'll see where it goes as Naja Jingwei come through on the other side for Manticores.
This is looking like a week 6 draft so far from Manticores. Like, they're not having fun.
No, this looks like a regular, just good old draft, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like they really want to come in here and play. I mean, Jingwei gives you a safe hunter pick, obviously. Naja is a ton of pressure. That could be jungle or support. Manticores are here to win, man.
Yeah, Minotaurs, man. They're bringing the damage and the pain so far. Still thinking about how they're going to deal with the non-shenanigans from the Manticores.
Right. But clearly, they're bringing it serious. They might want to start thinking about some magic damage, though, at this point. Hercules and Uller, a little bit strong in that physical department, so maybe they want to try and get one of those strong mid laners that are out there to pick up for themselves here at this point in response. Shinto is the mid laner for Minotaurs. You can see him there on the screen. He's been playing really well right now, so maybe they'll prioritize him now, or maybe they'll get Mercury, and that feels a bit more adaptive.
Okay, maybe I thought it was going to be the Uller jungle until I see this late game Mercury pickup. Certainly not, or certainly going to be extra sweaty is both of these teams. Mercury definitely highlighted in Season 2 World Championship by adapting when he was against Cloud9 in that semifinals, where he won, I believe, 2 of those games in that best of 5 set because of the Mercury pick. So a lot of respect to adapting and his abilities with this god. I'm expecting Uller, though, still to be in an off-roll for some reason. I'm expecting it to go maybe in the mid for Shinto.
And maybe that is where we'll see it. I mean, like I said, we saw Hunter and Solo last time. Maybe the Minotaurs saw that and want to take a look at that same playbook as Vamana banned out by the Minotaurs, Kronos as well. And totally, you hit the nail on the head. For the most part, these picks and bans look really standard, a lot like what we've seen before. Because I think maybe they'll go into the game with the right tools and everything, but maybe a bit looser in their application.
Finch, I got it.
Okay.
Minotaurs are doing the pull strategy. Hercules pull, Mercury's going to be able to displace you as
Exactly.
well. We just need a Kuzenbo, a Sobek, or a Sylvanas to round this out for Minotaurs.
Okay, so they all kind of push down lane with those pull abilities right away, and they just drag you back towards their own towers.
Yes.
That could potentially be some fun as Amaterasu gets taken out. And if you think about it, Ama and Vamana are both really safe. If they were to get displaced, maybe that is a bit cohesive from them. They've banned out Vamana, who could dash right through, and Amaterasu with the CC mean ult. Maybe that is the play.
I think they're just trying to figure out exactly what the mid players wants to do. I was going to say like they're banning out Baskin except some Minotaurs. Or sorry, no, it is Manticores that has Baskin. So yeah, these are like anti-Baskin picks. He's played it so far at the MSI. You don't want to have to deal with any sort of late game shenanigans, and Manticores having the same idea by banning away the Geb and the Kronos.
Just strong picks in the late game too, so you're right. They want to make sure those aren't on the table, though they don't exactly have their front line established yet either, so clearly Geb is not the area they were going to be looking at as Terra comes in for Manticore. So a beefy Guardian was absolutely what was on the menu. Minotaurs rather, though, they just elect to pick the Terra.
Surprised Kabam's like laughing about that last pick coming out of the Minotaurs. Curious as to what he's going to be picking up next. Maybe this is where we're going to see an RDO, because Cripple heavily shuts down the Mercury, the Terra. Uller as well can't jump away. Hercules can't find the driving strike after the pull. If the Manticores are serious about anti-fun, RDO is the way to go.
Guan Yu now being hovered, and perhaps this is the jungle pick. It's been a bit of a flavor here at this tournament, and if they do end up pairing the Sylvanas they're hovering, that would give them a ton of sustain to be added to some of the control inverts they already have. The Guan Yu's locked in, so it looks like that's indeed the route they're going.
Interesting to see the Guan Yu this late alongside the Sylvanas. Double sustain is good. They kind of alluded that they were going to draft healers by banning away the Aphrodite and the Hell.
Right.
But then they draft the healers so late in anyway after their staple picks. I think the team fighting is really good from the Manticores, but then the Poseidon comes out trying to really burst out the Sylvanas.
And this is something Shinto looks really good on when he plays too, so I like grabbing this one for him at the end. But look at Kabam, clearly raring to go. You know, all week he's been in the coach spot, just kind of giving his team advice, letting him know what he thinks they should do. But now he's ready to get behind the keyboard and mouse himself and go make some noise on the battlefield.
Playing the Merlin in the mid lane, we'll see how he does. It's going to be an interesting display from him. In his one showing at the very last week when Baskin wasn't there,
right,
they did find that one victory, but it just wasn't enough to find a set. But he showed that he could definitely stack up. I think it was against Pittsburgh Knights that game.
Yeah, you're right. I think Kabam really did kind of impress that week. I was worried they'd get run over, but that's absolutely not what we saw. They put on a really impressive performance, so I'm expecting to see some nice plays here from Kabam on the side of the Manticores, though the Minotaurs have a pretty formidable draft in their own right. I mean, they've got this Mercury for the late game, but with Uller and Hercules, they're going to be scary early too, Totally.
It definitely is. A great amount of late game physical damage with this Mercury. I'm worried about their late game magical damage. Shinto is definitely going to have to be a super glass cannon, and surviving against a Guan Yu that's charging you, easier said than done.
You're right. Poseidon might not be the best late game. We'll see how it ends up working, though. Game number 1 for set 2. Let's get to the casters.
Oi! I'm Indu Man, and welcome to the second semi-final of the All-Stars event. I'm going to be joined by Melissa Posada, it says there, but you'll know her much better as the best tacker.
Yeah, we've got some good games cooking up here, Hindu. Already seen a pretty spicy matchup between the Titans and the Juggernaut. The question is, who's going to actually be meeting up with them in the finals?
Well, Baskin is going to be playing Sylvanas in the solo lane. F-Dot did do an interview with the Manticores moments ago, and he did tell us that Baskin said he was going to do full damage Sylvanas. And a book 2 start says that.
Well, he's already picked the Sylvanas portion, and Baskin's usually a man of his word, especially when it comes to situations where he is openly allowed to troll.
Dinosaur here playing the Naja this time round. He's the captain of the Manticores, and you're right, we'll see if this Sylvanas can work at least in this game, because every time I've seen Sylvanas go to the solo lane, it's not had the greatest of results.
Well, Baskin's already full cleared up against Raffer and Aurora, who are going to do the 2v1 special, both of them clearly terrified of Baskin's presence.
Can I just talk about these drafts of the players that where they are? Cherio and Baskin on the same team sounds ridiculous. And then you've got Raffer and Aurora on the same team too. Probably the best 2 supports we've seen in a while. Did Baskin just 2v1?
Baskin was just working Aurora with those 33 autos. Aurora just full face tanking, and I'm not sure if that's Baskin being a god or if it's Aurora being so damn alpha. He's not even scared of Baskin just free casting.
Maybe that's the case. It could also be the fact that nobody's played Sylvanas in so long they forgot he does basic attacks that deal relevant damage. Cherio trying to steal back camps again. I am not surprised. I feel like I've seen that for the past few weeks in a row.
Adapting, going to return the favor, though, and make sure to strip away the back Harpies out of the Manticores. But on duo side, however, Meerkat, the collegiate champion, could be in some trouble here.
Oh, Lion doesn't need help. Adapting, you kill stealer! You dirty thief, Adapting! Give your boy the kill, Lion and solo Meerkat! We nearly got to say it! And Adapting just comes in with a big old fist and ends Meerkat's life.
And just Lion deserved that one. I can't believe that
He did.
Adapting would bother interfering.
How
There's no
dare he?
respect for the 1v1 these days.
No, and now Aurora going to go for a 1v1 against Baskin. Who's the solo laner now, son? Yeah, you better giggle, Baskin, on your screen there. Aurora's already saying this is why we lost in the finals.
That's what I'm about to say. How do you win when Baskin is doing that? Now Cherio could be in some trouble, but Cherry will be fine. He's already won the MSI Grand Prize.
He's just not got Rafa for the peel, there's the issue. Adaption's happy he finally got a kill against him. Now they're going to find Dinosaur, and Dinosaur with the ring toss. The wall's coming through, though, to prevent the escape.
He went back to the same
You can't
wall.
go that way,
You
friend.
already know it's shut off, Dinosaur.
No, he thought the wall was going to close, but the door was still shut. That's unfortunate. 4-0 to the Minotaurs. Look at the face of Rafa. This is so tryhard.
Y'all mind if I just body block myself real quick?
It's the fake body block. That's what it is. You got to take into account. No one expects it, you know? Try and lull them into a false sense of security.
Oh, Meerkat's definitely given Just Lion a false sense of control over this duo lane, because anybody who plays NA Smite Ranked will tell you if Meerkat's losing the matchup, and he's winning that game.
Yeah, what is that about Meerkat and everyone talks about ranked?
It's plot armor. There's a few individuals who have it. First one, honorable mention, of course, Zapman.
Yep.
Incon at times, it all depends. He's on, the early morning grind, but he's definitely got a little bit of that plot armor behind him as well. Meerkat's plot armor is very similar to Awesome Jake, where you just try to feed as uncontrollably as possible.
Right.
Make the enemy team think that you're a non-factor in that game.
Right.
And then just blow up in the mid-game.
Oh, so just we should wait for Meerkat mid-game. I mean, he's playing Jingwei too, and that is a very good mid-game god, I guess. I mean, early, farm up, mid-game, you get the levels from no one ganking. Although I say that, we just saw Adapting there,
Oh,
so...
in the hands of a collegiate champion, any god is going to be good in the mid to late game.
Hey, he's the only person that's ever made Loki shine in competitive play, so got a bit of a point there. Rafa in the mid lane, on the terror, already body blocked Dinosaur. Dinosaur over a beautiful slash onto Shinto to escape the Kraken and keep his life for now. But Adapting is always hunting. I thought for a second he might look for it. Instead, he sees Meerkat and changes his mind.
Gonna keep working his way up. Still wants those back harpies. Even has a ward down on top of him. Really deep vision from Minotaur. So kind of evident that Adapting's definitely trying to look for as many opportunities as possible. Maybe the more help Just Lion gets. But I feel like this is only making Meerkat's plot armor even stronger.
No, I agree. He's just lulling them into a false sense of security, as we were saying earlier. Now 3v3 group up in the mid lane. Shinto at half health there on that Poseidon with the red buff. We're carrying his boots so far. Keep an eye on builds. Baskin does have his Book of Thoth online now. Oh, see that Barra backstep from Aurora there? See it? He moonwalked.
Aurora's already been working Baskin ever since the start. That's why he tanked up all those autos in the first place. Level 1, Aurora, 20% HP, no problem. He'll still solo Baskin.
This is Aurora's chance to abuse Baskin before he leaves the team. You know, after the end of the day, Baskin said he's not going to be on Splyce at the start of the second phase. So Aurora's here to show him why he should be sticking around.
To be completely fair here to Aurora, though, you kind of have to beat down Baskin before his ego is too uncontrollable, because we have kind of been gassing Baskin this entire tournament so far.
Up until today, I would say, yeah, sure. And then, today didn't work out as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Nika definitely brought it, down to scale a little bit, but when you're talking to God, sometimes...
Poseidon! Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? No, not this time. Meerkat, easy for him. He's been in those situations before. Aurora, meanwhile, he needs to hit those mitigate wounds real quick because Cherio is trying to abuse him some more. Baskin gonna tank up some tower shots to let Cherio in. And a kill onto Aurora. That's what it's like to be ganked as a solo laner. Talk about ganks, here's another fight.
Adapting, gonna spot out Cherio, already catches him in the special delivery, waiting to charge that Sonic Boom. If Baskin isn't careful, he could get caught up inside of it as well, but the root's gonna be off the mark. Adapting Sonic Boom is also Cherio just walking through Gateway, is gonna use the beats and eat up all that Terra damage.
He's gotta die, right? Oh no, they got Baskin instead! Baskin the sacrificial lamb, maybe? Or a turnaround play onto Rafa! One more shot might be enough. Hold that! Here comes Dinosaur for the hero play of plays. Slash him, son! Oh no! Oh no, where's your controller? If he only had a controller, he would have hit that.
I think he actually is on the controller.
No way. If only he was on a keyboard and mice, he would have hit that. Production, go back and edit that out for
I'm
me,
not
please, when this goes on
100% certain,
YouTube.
though.
Thank you.
But if I recall correctly, Rival only had a couple of their members
They did.
that played with controller or keyboard and mouse, and that was Raptio, and I'm not sure if Dinosaur was the other one.
If he is playing on controller right now, Dinosaur, I forgive him because Najao is not easy on controller. Trying to connect those sashes are raw. He's
Okay,
using
he's on
keyboard and mouse. There's no excuse,
All right,
Taco.
Dinosaur.
There's no excuse.
All right.
No excuses here. 4-1, then it stands for the Minotaurs at the moment. Just under a 2,000 gold lead at 7 minutes.
But Dinosaur, when he rotated in, there was some very vicious moral support provided to the lane itself. Because he was there, and it's the thought that counts sometimes.
Oh, I was trying to understand what you were going with that. So just like showing up sometimes isn't
No, just
enough.
let him know. He's like, hey, I understand you guys are getting worked over here, and I'm not going to be able to help you out with that because I'm missing all my abilities.
But you can do it.
But you can do it. I believe
see
in
it.
you.
I see it. Believe I've secured for Aurora. It's the first one I've seen a Splyce member get in a little minute or two, but it's a good one at that, as he's up against Baskin on the Sylvanas that's still working towards his power build.
Genius play from Baskin there, by the way, hovering the map to get that incognito advantage. Nobody knows that the tree is not actually a part of the trees that we see in the structures.
It's a good point. Camouflage is what you're after there. Where do you think his boots are going to go for Baskin? Is it going to be penetration or cooldown? If you're looking for a solo power build for Sylvanas in the solo lane, what is the boot choice?
See, but I kind of feel like you got to hit him with the Talaria. I mean, what's the point
Move
if you're not
fast.
faster than everybody else?
Adapting's faster than
You
everybody.
ain't first or last.
On the Mercury. He's a good point. Cheerio, trapped in a Whirlpool, pops the ultimate, goes back in. Kraken Ducky celebration. Rafa credited with the kill though. What is going on with these players stealing kills here? Dinosaur hits a sash, but Rafa just drops down the totem. And Sonic Boom from the backside of Adapting. He hit that one. And Shinto's on the board. Kabam has to flicker away. And already it's just like being a coach for Splyce in the fact that he's like, well, what do I do now?
Let me just take over here for you, Hinderman. Break
Go on,
down
Em.
some of this analysis of the adapting
Explain the
IQ.
blink.
The blink is so the wave will leave him unattended, and so he can get Cheerio's back card piece faster. Special delivery is gonna make him relatively safe, but Kabam
Ooh,
still looking
Kabam.
to get chase. Aggressive flicker in
Come on,
into the
Kabam.
pyro stance now, trying to cook him.
That was really good. That got me. It's not often I get got, but he really was trying to cook him then. And Kabam, you know what? Kabam getting a kill against Adapting would be so good. Against Adapting and then one on a Raw.
You think so? The one
Do you
on
not think
Aurora?
so? Kabam deserves the love, right?
Aurora's kind of tough though. He dummy thick on that Hercules right now.
I'll be honest, coming into this one, I'm definitely favouring the Minotaurs, just in terms of these players all like to have fun, but I know the Minotaurs will be the ones that will not be happy about a loss more. Go on, Lion, don't give it up, keep going.
A Meerkat gonna get
Pocket
bailed
healer.
out yet again from Cheerio.
Pocket healer there, you see that?
Well, that's what Cheerio's really here for, is just to provide the sustain. Heaven knows he's had not
be
many
fair.
opportunities to try and gank for his teammates, so
To be
they are
fair.
not giving him much.
Cheerio is used to trying to babysit Funballer in that lane too, so it doesn't surprise me that he's just finding business as usual in the duo lane with Meerkat. No real surprises for the young lad. Cheerio's been trying to do this all year long so far. He might need to get back here soon. Meerkat, where's your ultimate? You need something. Lion, kill him! Stop toying with your food, son! Oh no, Lion's dead. Kill him. Yes, yes, yes! Deleted! Get soloed by just Lion! But can Lion get away? Dinosaur eats an axe to the face. Lion buying time. Shinto in there and a crack into Dinosaur's mush will remove him from the map. And just Lion is popping off here right now.
Still coming out on top, but adapting, ready to keep the aggression going, and a 4-second bomb's purification beats. Raffer slowed just for a second there, though. Kabam still going to be able to avoid the wall stun, but Cheerio does get caught up in between the clap.
Kabam, ward behind you. You should know that had happened. Adapting, still trying to pinch the angle, but Meerkat's back in play. And he nearly found a basic attack there. Going to continue the chase with the dash.
Oh, yeah, you're going to
Speed
catch him,
buff is up.
Mirky.
Baskin here too. Blink over. Baskin, the mechanics of a madman there. Who would have thought that would happen? But the good news is the speed buff was defended.
Honestly, I'm just amazed that Meerkat didn't catch up to adapting. You think with the persistent gust and the agility, that bonus movement speed would seal the deal there, so you could land at least 2 auto attacks before adapting runs away.
Unfortunate from Meerkat there.
The plan from Meerkat was actually 200 IQ, by the way,
I
because he
agree.
would have kept adapting in combat long
Completely
enough
agree.
for Baskin to catch him up in the Wrath of Terra.
I also think Meerkat knew that Baskin had the angle and trusted in his solo laner there.
Levels
but
to
his
this.
solo laner let him down. In the end, though, it does end up being that Meerkat loses the tower on the left-hand side. But that's good news, because now he's got a bit more freedom to farm. Cheerio, he's not going to get any freedom. Aurora is annoyed, man. I love Aurora. You know what? Whatever game Aurora's in, He's always going to pop off, and it's always fun to see.
Kabam trying to do some popping off on his own, but Dinosaur's going to wind up with the last hit instead.
Rapper has showed up to the party alongside Shinto. This ring bounce is all over the place currently, though, but Dinosaur doesn't have that ult. He doesn't have an escape.
The jukes are good so far. Oh, he avoids the driving strike too. Dinosaur gets a kill on Adapting, and now he's just popping. Avoids a Kraken too. He's like, come on, boys, I play on console. We can deal with this all day. We got juke boots galore here. Look at me go. Dinosaur now chasing onto Rather, hits the sash. Driving strike from Aurora on Meerkat, making sure the collegiate champion's not involved. And now Kabam's trying to cook him again.
So much nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's literally no reason to even be fighting right there, but hey.
What do you mean? The Gold Fury's being done. This was a great call from the Minotaurs. They've lulled Manticores to the right-hand side. Now it's all up to Cherio. Cherio trying to defend the Gold Fury 4v1. And he's doing just that. Sonic Boom from Adapting, of course it misses. Sash from Dinosaur, of course it connects. Because Cherio's there to block the dash away from Adapting. Still, in the pit is just Lion, waiting for the next opportunity to pounce.
See, the problem for Adapting is that he's so used to outplaying everybody that he's trying to calculate plays for where he believes players are going to juke to. And no juke is the best juke, especially if you're on Manticores. I don't... Dinosaur went back and forth in a circle.
Oh, Lion jumps up and down, not by choice there for the most part, but it did by... See, Meerkat's just so smart. Meerkat, he knew that was coming there, Taco, and preemptively put the gust down. I knew he could just walk away. I wish I had that level of mechanical skill.
Oh, like anytime Meerkat's in a game, he's already planning for the next one, Hindu, because he knows that this one is just going to wind up in his favor no matter what.
If you're just tuning in, this is Manticores up against Minotaurs. They're double M's, not M&M's, but double M's in this. Nice slash from Dinosaurs. These two take each other on in a best-of-1 semi-final to see who advances into the finals later on today. On paper, you'd be favouring the Minotaurs, but the Manticores have always got the late game. Meerkat tries to get away from Adapting and does so. Rafa, though, he wants to have a bit of a chance at that. Meerkat denies the opportunity with the airstrike.
I don't think I've ever seen so many Jingwei airstrikes in my life. Does Meerkat have, like, full cooldown reduction or something? Because every single time we look at him, he's just got the airstrike up.
Something does seem a little bit off. I'm surprised, though, all these airstrikes and still only 2.5k damage. That's my only concern. Nice little combo from Just Lion out one more time, and Gold Fury is on cards.
Airstrike might be a false ability name for Meerkat in this instance because he is not actually striking the Minotaurs, as we can tell by his player damage alone. He is trying to give them aerial vision, kind of like a drone.
It's early game. It's early game.
He's playing like AI, so
Meerkat's
makes
crit
sense.
isn't online just yet. We'll see what he can do once the crit gets on. Do you reckon he goes for the Malice here? Ataraxia style? Do you reckon he channels his in Ataraxia, or does he look elsewhere?
I just don't know if his brain is big enough to pick up the Malice just yet, Hindu. I mean, Rage is looking like a nice secondary option, but Ataraxia did say that, you know, Malice is outright the best crit item you can have right now with the stats and with the crit damage, so...
Minotaur's not letting up in the aggression now. Aurora on zone duty as the Pyromancer started up. Cherio driving struck into a wall at level 11. Same level as Adapting right now. Who's in the sky? Dinosaur got a fire wheels up on somebody. It was Ratha, the Kraken from Shinto in celebration of the event here today as Adapting will take down Cherio and the Pyromancer's getting lower.
So unfortunate there for Kabam. He had all the damage lined up for Raffer, but Dinosaur working against him still, Adapting on the run now from Baskin. A lot of Pyromancer still being tanked, though.
That was Adapting from 100% down to about 20% health from one Baskin combination. This man is a genius. Who never thought of putting this Sylvanas there?
Spear of the Mag is online now, so Adapting
Brutal.
should be on the lookout because Baskin's kit won't kill him outright, but it will deal 3/4 of the damage to him.
He has got a bit of an issue, though. He didn't go for the Talaria boots that we were asking for, Taco. His mobility is going to be very limited this game.
No, he's got boots, but those boots are not as fast.
They're not made for walking, right?
They're not made for it at all.
They're there for standing. Like high
You
heels.
can tell that he's uncomfortable, too. Just look at how
Yeah.
painful his feet feel.
Yeah. Is that what high heels are like? Is that what it is you were saying?
Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You might as well walk on sticks. But like with them pointed vertically. Just feels like you're getting stabbed the whole time.
Does it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I feel really bad for Sylvanas now. Might feel wrong for Dinosaurs. Just Lion is popping. I feel like Just Lion is just getting so much confidence from playing with these guys around him and knows he can take on the collegiate champion, but Cherio's trying to punish him again. Just Lion escapes. Kabomb does not, unfortunately. Now Aurora's here with Rafa too. Yes, they're on the same team here. Adapting in the jungle, still dealing with Cherio. Shinto credited with the kill. And the Latam All-Star is really popping here too at 4-0-5. Minotaurs look to have this one in the books so far.
These rotations are starting to get super problematic here. Baskin going to get gobbled up as well. All of the Minotaurs looking to collapse around the Sylvanas, and he's controlled before he even gets a chance with the Wrath of Terra.
And now the tier 1 under threat. Cherio just backed. He didn't even care about his tower. That's 500 gold that Minotaurs are going to get and open the map up.
Cherio just made a lot more than 500 gold, okay? He doesn't need that T1 tower.
It's a good point. It's a good point. He can give away a little bit to the peons below him,
These
can't he?
peasants.
Fire Giant could be on the cards for the Minotaurs here. This is a pro-level play call. Cherio back in blinks early on. No worries about the Fire Giant just yet. Just slow them down. Now Meerkat gonna make sure Aurora's busy, as you'd expect. Fire Giant getting low, and Minotaur's gonna take it away. And not just that, they'll take Cherio's life with it.
Ooh, let's go, Meerkat. No, I thought he was going to get aggressive there for a second.
Oh, I thought you, the blue buff.
Oh, here we go. Chance to 1v1 adapting. This is the fight you've been waiting your entire laning phase 4, Meerkat. Just Lion was clapping those cheeks, but...
Wow, even adapting can't do it. Even adapting can't beat him.
You just can't hit him.
Oh my god, Meerkat! He's a god!
You just can't kill him.
He's a god amongst
Look
men!
at this plot armor in action.
You're right. You're right. I didn't believe it at first, but the more I watch this game, the more I see it really exists.
Adapting had to back off there, otherwise he was going to get soloed by Meerkat.
7,000 gold lead for Minotaurs. Fire Giant around all 5 members. Sorry, 8,000. Doug wants to call me out there. 9,500 to 10,000 experience. Taco, how does Manticores get back into this one? Do they just wait for that 25, 30 minute mark?
Sorry, I didn't have a response for you because you're asking me how they get back into this one.
Well, Taco, we do that for, 3/4 of our job to give excuses for how teams can get back into it. Surely you could come up with one more today of all days.
I don't have an explanation for you. It kind of just happens whenever Meerkat is on your team.
Tier 2 tower goes down. Phoenix now under threat. Shinto bowing down, Kraken in hand. Adapting though, looking for Cherio, who managed to get hold of his speed buff, the most important item still in the jungle for junglers.
5-man group up for the first time in 19 and a half minutes though, Hindu. And Manticores looking to stand strong on this left-hand lane. T2 tower though, entirely different story.
Sash and Dinosaur forces Just Lion back. Aurora don't care, he wants the money in the bank. Primal Fury's coming up soon too, and Minotaur starting to group up there, adapting, doing what we've seen him do multiple times, doing a bit of split push. Looks like these guys want to get to the final relatively quick here, Taco.
You know, I bet if the Manticores had gone for one more blink, even just the one, because 3 blinks is better than the 2 blinks for the Minotaurs.
Who could have been the second blink, the third blink option, sorry?
Maybe Kabomb, so we could have a blink for his blink,
It's true.
and then he just blinks.
If Meerkat would have got it, he could have blinked after adapting earlier on.
Ah, yes, that is also another definite possibility. Jingwei with the blink, never before attempted in LAN play.
Have you tried it?
I don't know if I'd want to call it competitive.
Have you
just
tried Blink?
yet.
Jingwei?
Jingwei? Yes, actually.
Is it good?
It didn't work out too hot in Arena, but I was also playing against Nox because
You
for
played
some reason
Arena?
people only play. It's my favorite game mode to play in off-stream time.
I didn't know you played Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
It's the only game mode I like to really play.
You gonna do it in your ranked game tonight? Do it for the.
I mean,
do it for the
every
stream.
ranked game kind of feels like Arena.
That's true.
That's definitely a heavy truth in
That's
that
true.
statement.
15 to 3.
Assault is inherently the
in
worst
this
game
one.
mode.
No, hey! We will not talk bad things about Assault, okay?
All I'm saying
Not on this stream.
is
Not in
Arena was
my
there
house.
first.
It's still my house, Taco, for now, okay? Not in my house do we talk bad
Do you wanna
things
live here?
about Assault. I feel like I do already. 15 to 3 as we wait and stall out the timing for the Fire Giant and Minotaurs to siege the Phoenixes.
The only thing I ask, why do you only keep lemon pepper turkey or pastrami wraps in the fridge?
They're my favorite, okay? It's the only things that's legal. Double dash in for Rafa. Aurora blinks after the fact with a driving strike. The boulder comes through too, and Baskin is removed by Shinto's Kraken. Kabom's still alive, Aurora wants blood, and Adaptin says no. Sonic Boom to the rescue. Cherio, though, sees an option to chase down Adaptin. Jungle versus jungle, and a cheeky little crit came through there from the young Adaptin that faced Cherio. No Phoenix is down just yet as Aurora zones all the way to the fountain. Rafa's not tanking that Phoenix anymore. Aurora comes back to clear it up. Shinto and Just Lion trying to bring the Phoenix down, and they'll do just that.
Can we get player damage stats on left side Phoenix by any chance, Doug? I know we can't, but I need you to give me a yes or some sort of confirmation here, because that might just be the MVP for the Manticores.
Oh, Raw caught inside the fight, sorry, inside the Phoenix line by that sash from Dinosaur and the Whirlpool and the CC chain, but it's still not enough to bring down the Hercules. Can't believe you let a Raw get Hercules again. How do you do it?
Really though, how do you let Aurora get Hercules, his favorite god, to play right now?
I'm just so surprised we didn't see the Kuzumbo from Kabam. He promised us a Kuzumbo.
Oh, that would have been
mid.
too powerful. And Kabam also said, very specifically, I'm trying to make sure everybody can actually have fun in this game, and Kuzumbo just doesn't really allow for that.
That's definitely the point. 20 kills in 22 minutes. The second Pyromancer being looked at this time by Manticores. They're back on the aggression all of a sudden. Is this the same as the last game? Are they going to turn this around and have Manticores win after being on the defensive so long? Can Cherio stop getting on his horse every 2 seconds? Find out in the next few minutes.
On Dragon Ball, Smite.
Okay. I don't know how to yes and that bit. Sash from Dinosaur didn't connect. Blinking from Aurora does. Shinto removes Baskin yet again. There's a lot of people who are going to have a nice little feather in the cap after this match regarding people they have managed to kill. But one thing's for sure, Meerkat will not be soloed.
Meerkat has not been soloed so far this game. Keep in mind, Adapting ganked him earlier in that 1v1 against Just Lions. There was 2v1 in the lane. And then after that, he was ganked again. So, yeah, I think it's fair to assume that this is still part of the strategy here for Manticores, because by losing their left Phoenix, they're now guaranteed a steady trickle in of fire minion
That's
waves.
genius.
And both Kabam and Meerkat will now have ample time to farm up. Look at he's level 18.
Taco,
Kabam,
these strategies are just above and beyond my level of expectation and thinking. I'd never really considered letting your Phoenixes go down so you can get more farm. I am a little bit worried, though, that Minotaurs have figured out Manticore's game plan, Taco, because, you know, normally, like you said, you focus Meerkat early game, you put him behind. I don't think they put him far enough behind purposefully, so he couldn't get to that carry potential.
That's actually a really interesting talking
Genius.
point. I was ready to bring this up, too, because I was wondering when you were going to realize it at the same time as me.
Yeah, one day I'll be right, you know,
But
I'm sorry.
It's tough stuff, you know, because you can't put Meerkat too far behind, because then you're just guaranteed a reverse sweep of some sort.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you let Meerkat reach level 20, you're still in danger of the same reoccurring situation, except now it's even worse because everybody thinks that the Phoenix is a negative. It really is not. Minotaurs expect that they're going to have farm waves working against the Manticores, but one more reminder, this is just giving them the experience and gold that they need.
Now, before this cast, I did do some research into All-Stars through the years, and overall, what I can tell you all at home if you've not been watching, whoever smiles more on the player cams generally does win. And at the moment, I'm starting to see more smiles on Manticores. It would be an upset if they lose then, I feel, here, with how things have played out so far in this best of one.
Aurora trying to target the coach, a little bit of teammate
Oh,
aggression
Baskin's
here.
popping in mid lane again. He blinked, he ulted, and then he ate a rubber ducky one more time. The middle Phoenix is getting low, but Meerkat is there to push them away. Cherio and Adaptin playing like it's EU ranked over again, and they're the only two players in the game that are actually doing anything useful. Rafa, meanwhile, has escaped again with no health, and nobody can take down the middle Phoenix. Come on, Adaptin, you can do it. Yes, the split push is good. Adaptin just wants that elo, boys.
Typical Adapting fashion. Cool guy styles on out of there with the Sonic Boom, just to further remind Cherio how far behind him he truly is.
Kabam's still laughing too much and smiling. I'm so concerned for the Minotaurs. They need to realize this and realize this soon. Kabam's flicker was just too good. Aurora gonna man mountain in. Meerkat driving struck. Beautiful bees to escape. Now Cherio with the beautiful horse plays and plays will dip in and dip out. But the Phoenix has fallen. doom and gloom for the Manticores as now there's just one Phoenix remaining.
On the bright side, though, Hindu, Meerkat's crits have gone. They've graduated from 160 to 270 territory with like 20 of those bad boys in a row, uncontested. Meerkat's got a shot at bringing Aurora down to half health.
Sash from Dinosaur hits Aurora, and that just sets up Dinosaur to go on a wild ride towards Shinto, and Adapting's waiting fists. The third Phoenix falls, and the Minotaurs are looking to do the unstoppable, the unthinkable, the unimaginable. They could potentially beat the Manticores.
Would Just Lion make PS4 history here, winning a game on LAN?
Hey, hey, hey.
Against all these PC pros?
It's not about insulting the console anymore, it's all about Oceania still. The Titan is going down, and the Minotaurs have done it! They advanced to the finals, and their celebration is something to be seen for the masses at home.
Nobody saw it coming, not even the Minotaurs themselves. Everybody expected
Disbelief on
them to
Adapting's
buckle.
face.
He just can't understand how they managed to surpass Meerkat's plot armor. He's the collegiate champion, for crying out loud.
And if you've never seen this before, this is All-Stars. The players get to have a bit of fun. They play for a bit of prize money as well. And basically, the funny thing about All-Stars, Taco, is you always get to see some interesting compositions of teams, players, and even the casters have a bit more fun than usual. What you normally see, though, is like, funny enough, the rival team that were put together this year came from an All-Stars team. Because Mike and Arkell once upon a time played at an All-Stars event and then ended up, you know, being on a team and then doing so well to get themselves into the Pro League on a team together.
Never know who's gonna be
Meerkat
defense.
now? Do we see Meerkat join the team?
I don't think Armada want to lose him.
I agree. I would not want to lose him either. Let's head back to the desk to break down that amazing game.
Thank you, Hindu Man. It is indeed the Minotaurs that come out on top. They'll be joining the Juggernauts later on for our finals. But what a performance. Totally, I can't believe that Sylvanas solo lane didn't work for them here in this game.
Same,
Building
actually.
damage. No way, man.
I mean, honestly,
believe it.
I think the rest of Baskin's team was just holding him back at the end of the day. Why didn't they ban the Poseidon? It was so obvious. That's the only counter towards the glass cannon Sylvanas.
I think it would have worked otherwise had it not been for that. But it was definitely a fun game. I appreciate all the players coming out. Aurora continues to get Hercules for some unknown reason. I can't believe that keeps happening. And then he plays it really well in game 2. I mean, I don't know, man. I can't put those pieces together in my mind. Like, how do you stop it?
You just can't stop it because Meerkat almost got PS4'd on in that duel lane.
He actually did. Just Lion kind of ran him in that matchup.
Aurora getting the better end of it against Baskin there. Great performance out of the solo laner from the Minotaurs.
And then Shinto had a great game here on the Poseidon. This was also giving Baskin a really hard time. I mean, and this to be expected. Everyone else felt like was having fun, and then Shinto was like, give me Poseidon, I'm going to play the game and win, by the way. And he had a monster game on Poseidon too. Really, everyone on Minotaurs looked so strong.
And if you looked at the player camps, every time Aurora was going in, he was looking for Kabam, and you could just see his face tunnel visioning in because he wants to eliminate his coach.
Man, that clip there is exactly why I think Baskin was having a hard time dealing with the Poseidon. Man, that Kraken was one-shotting him very nearly. A ton of damage coming out from Shinto, who was under very little pressure that game. Kabam's Merlin left a lot to be desired. So did the Guan Yu from Cheerio. I think that's part of why there wasn't that much pressure onto Shinto as well. Just a really strong game for Minotaurs all around. They played their picks real well.
And honestly, I think the biggest turning point was when they tried to go on the MVP Raffer at that 15.5-minute mark around the Pyromancer. Up in the sky with a Naj ultimate, he lands, he gets his Terror's ultimate off, he gets the shell off. How could you possibly kill the MVP of the MSI?
Yeah, I just don't see how that could possibly happen. The actual trophy itself comes into view and blocks oncoming damage, so really would have been difficult for them to take him down. Of course, Adapting was on Mercury. He was able to build a ton of crit and have a great time in that game as well. Let's take a look at the bracket. The Juggernauts take down Titans. Minotaurs beat the Manticores, and into the finals, both of those squads go. It should absolutely be exciting.
It should be an absolute slobber knocker. I think this set between Minotaurs and Manticores is a little bit more one-sided than the previous one.
It was,
so I gotta give the slight edge, I think, to Minotaurs in the finals.
Yeah, I think you really might, just based on the ones that we've seen so far, though I do expect it to be a pretty close matchup. Again, it's the Minotaurs that came away successful. I'm sure those guys are in good spirits, so let's head down to them for the interview.
Well, it feels like you two have been interviewed quite a lot this week because I've got the two support players from the two finalists here today. Congratulations on the victory for the Manticores. I'm just making sure I said the name right. Oh, you meant
No,
Minotaurs.
Minotaurs.
Ems. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one. How do you feel about your performance, boys?
I mean,
We expected it, right?
Yeah.
Especially with the first round. just because Cherry, you know, he's so free.
Yeah.
It's just easy. I read him like a book.
I don't know what all the hype is around Baskin. He got soloed by a support, so.
Yeah, I was scared against Baskin. I was I'm gonna go solo this game. Seeing Baskin as like, I think you're gonna have to take this one for the team, Aurora, and he popped.
Rather unfortunate for their solo laner there, Aurora, but more importantly, moving forward, how are you guys feeling? Who do you think is going to win in this current finals?
I think they should win, but I think we can definitely take it though. I
think that's fair.
We play clean.
That's fair.
I think it comes down to me and Aurora mainly, and the communication's really, really strong too. Like even every player, isn't it? Like talking, it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really weird to communicate from solo compared to support too. I was kind of sitting there and they're like, "Oh, I'm on mid." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'm just sitting here farming. I don't know what to do."
It's hard as well to like distinguish the voices too. It's like someone said they're out of man. I'm like, is it my mid or my ADC? I think it's mid. Yeah, that's with picking up voices now. So.
How does it feel to play on the same team, by the way? Because you two, you know, you're both big name support players. You play against each other a lot. You see each other's play. What's it like playing with each other? I know it's a fun game, but still.
It is. It's fun. Yeah. I remember Just Lion said, like, "I want you on my team no matter what," and he said he's gonna. If he picks Aurora up, can I go solo? I'm like, no. I'll try, but I think Aurora has to take this one. So, but we'll see. I may go with solo.
Yeah, we're gonna see any fun and interesting role swaps here. I mean, you got to
Who
throw out the
knows?
competition.
It's fun to like play with each other because like we both can play the same way and just complement each other, both aggressive or we can both chill. I'm finding it really.
Can we
fun.
get both aggressive next game, maybe?
I think we'll have to be honest, against Trix.
That's like, true. That is very true.
Pressure's his middle name.
He's gonna pick Erlang and try to run at us probably. So.
All right.
I'm expecting the Herc ban.
Well, congratulations, and we'll see you in the finals momentarily after the break.
All right.